Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to one of our latest video tutorials. Here we're going to look at a game-changing app that's going to make our life easier as educators and preparing materials and motivating our students. This is a app called Quizalize. It's a gamification app. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of its features, and then we're going to do a demo so that you can see how it can provide use in your classroom. So it's called Quizalize, and you have the options as teachers login and a student's login. And what's really cool is that you can create a quiz in seconds. All right. You can actually make quizzes using AI technology through ChatGPT. You can watch the tutorial videos to get some more information in depth, but I want to show you how some of it can apply to our teaching setting. But just some of the features that has been added is now you can export to Google Forms, you can create questions bank for any topic, and you can handpick questions that you feel that you want to add or edit and so on. All right, and then you can use it for different aspects of teaching. All right, as we are English teachers, so we look at English ESL. But what are some of the new features? Quizalize is that you can create quizzes with hints and explanations powered by AI. And then they also have some new games that's inspired like Minecraft. And then also you can import your Google Form quizzes and turn them into fun classroom games, as well as they have other programs that you can integrate their exams with, let's say Kahoot and so on. But what's really cool though is that basically that you can make a smart quiz in moments. You can assign an epic game that's really cool for them to motivate the students. But then what's really cool is you actually get some good feedback reporting to see if there's any gaps in the learning, and that you can actually allow students to master the skill that they need while they have fun. All right, again, so they have a bunch of games, 10 games right here. These are the type of games that's available that they can use on their phone. All right. Also, they have third-party tools like Google Forms, Quizlet, Google Classroom, ChatGPT, and so on. And then the best tool out there is that you can check the student data for differentiation. So you can get instant data on the students, what they made wrong, what they need assistance with, and then you can actually do some automatic differentiating with follow-up activities. And I will show you all of this as a demo, but just wanted to give you a quick overview of what is Quizalize and some of the updates that they have. All right, so let's get started. Now I logged into the Quizalize dashboard page or home page. It gives me the options to create the quizzes here. So I have the option to give my class a PDF or YouTube video or a link, or I can play quizzes from a Google form, Quizlet, or using a spreadsheet, or I can make a classic quiz editor from scratch, or I can make a smart quiz using AI help. So let's look at these options. So first, let's look at the bottom here. Give your class a YouTube video or PDF. So sometimes I play a video in the classroom and I want to see if they're actually watching or not. So what's nice is I can track the students to see if they watched it or not. So let's say here I click on YouTube video. And then I have a link. I put it in here and click confirm. Alright, so this is from Book 3, Reading and Writing, Unit 4, Grammar, Adverbs of Frequency. So I can just save it to my library or just give it to my class. And then it will give me, I can put any comments here, make sure you write it, or I can schedule for a later time. And then I can give options. I want them to watch it unlimited time or a certain amount of time. And then I wanted to assign it to my first class. Click continue. And there you go. As you can see, here is the activity. You can click here to preview it or click here to view the activity. Remember, and the class code, you can copy the class code over here, and then you can send it to your students through Blackboard or WhatsApp or any other form of communication. So you click on the view activity, and then here you can see the students who started watching it and who completed the activity. So that's really cool that you can track in something as a YouTube video or a PDF. All right. So let's go back. Click on create. So let's say I want to do a PDF. All right, we have these flashcards that we give to our students. I can click over here, and then I want them to review this PDF. Same option. All right, this is something that we worked as a classroom. I want to see if they actually worked on it. Do I own this content? Yes. Do I want to give teachers access to it? Yes or no. All right, and then click on give to class, and same option. All right, you can type in notes and then click continue, and they have the option to view it. You can view the activity and see if they actually opened it and if they started watching, if they opened it or if they completed the task. Okay. All right, so now let's look at the next option here. All right, so here, play quizzes from Google Form and so on. So if you have a Google Form or Quizlet or a spreadsheet, you can click on it, upload it, and then it will change and convert it into a quiz format or a gamification format. All right, now let's look at the classic quiz editor, which is cool because it has sound, images, and different types of question types built in. So here you can put an image, you type in the quiz here. So I'll say a demo for teachers. What's really nice about Quizalize is that you can align it to a standard or a certain topic or the curriculum. So if you click here, so they have these different curriculums that are available, you know, throughout so many. A lot of states in even Philippines and Singapore and just different states in America, but also they do have the CEFR available, so which we used in our school system, including at Cambridge. So let's click here. What subject is it? It's for English. And then what's really cool is we can select the grade, the level. Are we looking at A1 or A2 or B2 level and so on? Okay. So I'm going to click here A2 and then click submit. All right. And then you can add your questions, or you can import it from a spreadsheet or import it from Quizlet. So add the question here. Now let me give you some nice options that I have available. Here you can type in the duration of the time of the question. All right, 5 minutes or 5 seconds to 5 minutes. You can actually allow it to have read aloud where it has speech recognition. You can select the different types of questions that are available. Multiple choice, type in answers, scrambled letters, true or false, grouping, linking, ordering, jumbled words, weighted, and checkbox. So you have a variety of type of questions that you can ask. You can fix the answer to order, or you can actually you can randomize it. All right. You have the different question that's available in the language. You can type in the question here. All right. For example, you want to click here, you can add an audio to it. You can drag a file or you can record from your microphone. What is the capital of what is the capital of Saudi Arabia? Sorry. Oh, no, see. So you can just go ahead. If you made a mistake, you can delete it and record it again. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia? Okay, then click confirm. And there you go. You have the audio. Or if you have another audio you want to upload and then make questions based off that. And then you can select a curriculum skill, which is optional, right? To see if it's available, just like in the CFR. All right. So that's kind of cool. You know, you can tag that question. All right. You can add an explanation to it if you want. And then you just add the answers accordingly. All right. And then, like I said, it reads aloud the question. So here, let's say Riyadh. I'm going to add an answer here. Let's say Jeddah, and let's say Dammam. Alright, you can add pictures and so on, and add a new question, or just click save and give to class. Alright, you can tag it if you want. Alright, demo for teachers. You can play later. Here are some of the settings. You can play later, set a time and date. You can allow sounds. You can show a timer or not. You can choose the type of quiz mode. Is it a smart question where you get immediately feedback after each question, or only at the end after a smart review where they only look at the questions that they missed? You can have the option of classic mastery mode where they continue to do it until they get all the questions available, all the answers correct. Exam mode, standard mode. You can randomize questions, have certain amount of number of attempts, how many questions you want to give. Do you allow students to see their results or show the correct answer? Again, I'll make a quiz and then I'll be showing to you as a demo that you all have access to. And then you can add a game to it, or you can just use a regular quiz. So let's say I want to motivate the students. I can click on a game. You have these options here: sorcerer, blackers, hoops, basketball, or you can click on the try classic quiz. All right, and give it to the students, or you can have these big screen games that are available as well. So they have these multiple options, including football or soccer, So you click here, so that is something they can use on their phone. You can do the classic quiz. You can try it out to see how it is. Or let's say here we click on the basketball. We want to try it out. This is what it looks like. Choose the level: easy, tricky, cruel. Alright, you can here click here to start the exam. If you answer it correctly, you get to actually play with the ball. Oh, I'm very bad with this. Let me do this again. Still bad. Alright, let's see if we can get this one more time. There you go. It gives you your score, your time, and so on, and you click next. And the students can play the audio from here or here. Okay, and then click next. All right, and then start again. They can start and they can play the quiz again. All right, and so on. So that's really cool. You get to get a preview of the exam before you send it out to your students, or you could just give them the basic classic quiz and then give it to the class as an assignment. Once you have done that, just click continue. And there you go, you created a quiz. But what's really cool is after the quiz you can have a follow-up. So this helps with differentiation with the students. So let's say, for example, students who score less than 50, you can choose a resource for yourself, or find a YouTube video or a PDF or a link. Alright, if you do so well, you know what, I want you to watch this video, or want you to review this PDF or document, and so on. So if I click here, you know what, I want you to go ahead and make sure that you follow up this PDF vocabulary, for example. All right, book 2 unit 3, let's say, and then I want to use it as a follow-up to make sure that they prepared and assign as a follow-up. And there you go. It could be YouTube video as well, and so on. Once you have done that, click I'm done. And there you go. You just click this magic class link, which gives them the code. Click here, copy the link, and then allows them to go to the class directly. And it will look like this. Alright, I'm going to switch into a student account so you can see a view from the student. These are students already that logged in. So if they want to join the class, just type in their name. Right? If you're not on the list, click create. That's what the students have to do, or they can put in their student ID number, and then they'll have these activities that are available that you've done. So just click launch, and there you go. They can start taking the quiz as normal. Click start, and the same question, you know. I don't know if you can hear it, but that is from speech recognition, and reads the questions and the answers. Or you click here is the audio that I recorded. All right, and then they just select the option. All right, um, and there you go. It gives them a score and the time and so on. All right. So let's go on. Let's close this out and go back to the activities, or they can look at the results. All right. If they want to go back and click on here to verify. Alright, so let's look at it from the student. After he completes the activity, if he scrolls down, he has the option, or she has the option of doing the activity again. They can launch the activity again, and they can check their results. So let's try launch 2, and let's make an incorrect answer to see the the feedback that's going to be provided afterwards. So click start. Alright, I'll choose Demam. Wrong answer. The correct answer is Riyadh. Alright, my score, the time, click next. Alright, I didn't do so well. Well, then you have the option of clicking your results, or you can actually see the differential activity that's being provided. See my result. This is what I said. And then you can practice these to get, extra points. And then click finish to go back. Alright. So that's the options of redoing the exam. So let's go back and look at some of the more options to create quizzes. Alright, now let's look at the best part of using Quizalize, and that's going to make our lives so much easier, is making these quizzes using the AI help, which is linked with ChatGPT. So let's click here. Now you have these different options that are available. What are you teaching today? You can enter the topic, or we can actually enter a PDF or a skill or YouTube link, a vocabulary quiz, or fill in the blank. Or we can actually use some other options like vocabulary quiz on the world languages, reading comprehension, and fill in the blank. So let's go over some of the items that might help us prepare materials for the testing or even within our classrooms. So for example here, let's say we have this YouTube link. Let's start with this. And then remember we had that grammar video that we watched before, adverbs of frequency. If we click on that link, we enter the YouTube link here, click load video, and you'll just see it live how long it's going to take, just a matter of seconds. And look at that. It chooses the topics from the video. You can choose what you want. So in the video it talks about introduction, common adverbs, position of adverbs, and practice. So I want to select all, or I can just select 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Alright, click next. Now what's really cool, you can select this and the level. So we're going college. Alright, so it's going to start generating questions based off of that video. Wow, I mean, this is super cool. I mean, we're saving ourselves a lot of time. So we can do this also, let's say, for an audio we put in YouTube, and then let's say we need to make questions for the midterm or final exam. We can upload the audio as a YouTube video, and then it will make questions for us. So it gives you suggestions here. If you like it, you just click on the plus. Alright. And then you have the option of actually reviewing them or editing them. So look at the questions. What does an adverb of frequency tell us? Alright, which adverb of frequency represents 100% of the time, and so on. And these are the answers. So you have the option of exporting it to Google and Kahoot, quizzes, and booklet. That's really cool. So it actually has partnership with other third-party software or apps. But then here you can actually save it and preview. Let's go ahead and do this. And mind you, this is all in the free version. Alright, type in the title, adverbs. Alright, you can make it private, hide the quiz from other users if you want. Click save and preview. And there you go. Look at the questions here. You can show the answers, you can give it a certain time, you can edit it, you can remove it, you can share it, and it's really, really cool. In just a matter of seconds, it actually made a quiz just from the YouTube video. Again, here you can play as a student to try it out, or you can click here to edit the questions. All right, click here, then you can answer, add an answer, remove it, and so on. Give a hint if you want, and you can remove the question and so on. All right, so it's really, really cool because it gives you hints as well. All right, again, if I'm satisfied with it, save and preview. It goes to my library. All right, and look at how cool the option is. It allows you to give it to your class as a live class, as a quiz, or as a team or solo games that we looked at earlier, like games mode. You can send it as a homework or as an exam, or even you can print it as a PDF. That's really cool. I mean, it's like a one-stop shop. Sometimes you will have ChatGPT to make questions, and then you have to use another program to type it in, and then you got to copy this and use maybe multiple apps or programs in order to do this. Well, here's one-stop shop. That's all there. So here I want to assign it as an exam or as an homework. Give it to my class as a classic quiz. I can set up the activity start time and end time. You can confirm and skip answers. You can randomize question orders. All right. Or you can add a game if you want. Like we said before, you can choose the type of game you want. And then you just click continue. And then remember, there's follow-up, so that helps with differentiation. So you can provide students with a YouTube video, PDF worksheet, a link, or so on if the students score less than 50%, 50 to 80, and so on. So here, I want to click on here. I want to give them this document or this video, and so on. Let's say I want them to watch this video to help them out. All right, and assign as follow-up for those students who reach this level. Maybe a PDF for this level, and then just click I'm done. And there you go. Look at it. You can view the activity and give it the link to your students right here. Copy the link, and there you go. And then you get to see the quiz order. How well did the students do with the results, the difficulty, who needs help, what do they need help with, what differentiation did I assign as a follow-up, what improvements, and what are the results, and then you can export the results in Excel spreadsheet. Really, really, really cool program that just makes our life easier. And that was just using a YouTube video. All right, so let's go back and create another option. All right, create. Let's use the same thing, smart quiz with AI help. This time, let's actually make a reading comprehension. Or before that, let's look at PDF. So let's say here, we're going to click on a PDF. And I'm going to choose this file here. And I have book 3, unit 2. All right, PDF that we have, or the ones that we use in the classroom. Again, select the level. And then I'm going to start generating questions from the PDF. That's really cool. Let's give it a second, a minute or so. And look at that. Just from the PDF, it makes some questions for me. Wow, and then if you like the questions, select what you want, right? You can make more if you want. If you don't like the questions, right? Multiple choice, right? All right, and let's click here, save and preview. Type in, that was book 3, unit 2, reading and writing. For example, click on save and preview. Again, you might not agree with all the questions. You can add them, you can change it, and so on. What is the purpose of this quiz? What type of answer? And so on. All right. If you like it, you can play it as a student. You can edit it. You can print it, and so on. All right. Now let's go back and look at the other option, which is really cool. That's going to help us when we need to make reading passages for the midterm or final exam, but even just with our students. This is I won't go through all the options, but these are time savers. But this is another option is just super cool. Let's click on the reading comprehension. You can click on paste a vocabulary list. So here, let me look at some vocabulary words that I have for, let's say, Unit 4. All right, customs, traditions, Saudi Arabia. That could be the topic. And these are the vocabulary that we have. So you can choose the type of text you want, story, conversation, article, or customize it. So here I want it as an article, right? And then you choose the language. All right, I want it to be in English, although it can do it in Arabic. Right? Now look at the level. What level do I want? ACTFL, CEFR, or IELTS? So CEFR, we want B1 level. And then write the questions in English, although you can write in Arabic and do some translation from there. And then click Generate Passage. And just in a matter of a minute or so, it's going to create a reading passage based on those vocabulary words that we have in the course book. And then it generates questions afterwards. Wow, this is a really game changer. So, like for example, in Unit 4, we have customs and traditions of other countries. So sometimes I want to customize, personalize it to the context that they have. So I want them to read this video or read this passage and answer some questions before they do the book's version. And there you go. Title: Preserving Customs, a look into Saudi Arabia's traditions. And look at that. And then it has all these words built into the reading passage. You can look at it, you can edit it if you want, and then if you like it, you just click on approve, and then it creates the questions, again, in a matter of a minute. So in only a few minutes, you can actually create a reading passage according to a CFR level and according to the vocabulary words in the course book within the context that you want for your reading comprehension. It really, like I said, this is a game changer. This is probably one of the best options that's available that you can use, and it's built in with ChatGPT. So again, you don't have to use all the questions. You can edit it, revise it, and go from there. If you need more questions, just click on make more, and then it will do so. Same thing, you can export it or save it in preview, and there you go. Look at that. 10 questions based off of that reading passage using those vocabulary words, and only in a matter of few minutes, So again, that's just another option that we have that you can use, and it's really cool. You can play it as a student and test it. Again, give it to your students as a live class, as a homework or an exam, or as a PDF, just like we saw previously, right? Again, you can set time, allow sounds, a timer for your students. You can select the smart questions or smart review. So smart questions, they review after each wrong answer, or here they take the whole quiz, and then they get assistance with the the questions that they missed. They have the option of mastery mode, exam mode, standard mode, and then here randomize number of attempts, number of questions you could choose. Allow students to see the results and show answer feedback. Really cool option. All right. And I'll save that. Again, you got follow up as well that you can add. All right, I'm gonna skip for now. And there you go, just give them a link and the same results that you can see with the feedback. All right. All right, so again, with the create mode, you have a lot of options. You can actually do vocabulary quizzes. Again, if you want to do the reading comprehension, same option, let's say. And if we want, we can actually make it into a conversation. Right? Choose a language, same level, and there you go. Look at that. It'll generate passage as a conversation. So you can use this with your speaking listening speaking book or with your reading and writing book. You have a lot of flexibility and just makes your life so much easier and more enjoyable to use in the classroom. And especially now we have students who are repeaters. So I think this program is really going to be beneficial for them, so that they already did the book. They're not going to be motivated. They already have the answers that's available. So this is another way, without taking too much time in your day, to create this and to really enhance your teaching lesson and motivating the students. If you like it, look at that. It gives a conversation. All right. Again, you can edit. Maybe I don't want Emily and Ahmed. Maybe I just want different names, or some options I like, or add some words, or review some lines, and so on. If you like it, click on approve, and then it's going to create questions accordingly again. Again, it's a really nice tool that's out there. And here the comprehension is called A Talk on Traditions. So really cool. And then if you want, maybe you can add to that later on, add an audio component in the option that we did earlier, where you can create a quiz and then you can type in or record voice and make questions based off that, right? Let me just add that. Again, you can save it as a PDF for later on. And then maybe you can add that to the other component. So you can have a reading component, and then you can also have a listening component. You see how you can work this out to make your life easier. All right. You can download it. So if it's a PDF, you can give them as a QR code. All right. Another great feature of the Smart Quiz is, let's say here we want to make a vocabulary quiz. We can click here and let's type in the same vocabulary words that we had before. All right. Choose a language. So the students are learning English, and we have a translation option. We can choose Arabic, right? English to Arabic, and then generate questions. And look at that. It generates words translated from English to Arabic, built into it. So I'll just give it a minute to finish this. And then you can click here to add the questions. And there you go. You got vocabulary quiz cards available. All right. And then you can type a new question if you want. If you're good with it, click on save and preview. And just look at it. There you go. What is the word belief? And it has the words in Arabic. You can edit the question, you can play it as a student, and so on. But really, really cool option, and only a matter of a minute or so. Now let's look at this other option, the fill in the blank. So let's click here. All right, type in the same words that we had before. Choose a language, English, and then let's generate the questions with the fill in the blanks. And in a matter of seconds, there you go. It creates these questions through ChatGPT, all built into this app, Quizalize. All right, let's start selecting them. All right, let's save and preview. And there you go. Look at that. With the words that we have. Oh, what a time saver. Really, this is a game changer app, in my honest opinion. All right, so we can give it as a homework, give it to the class. All right, we can order these options if we want. All right, and then click continue. All right, if you want to add any follow-up, you can. If not, you can just skip. And there you go. So again, I'll provide you links with this so that you can actually test it out for yourself. So you can download it as a PDF by clicking here, give to class. You can download a QR code for students to just use as a scan. All right, you can actually use the different typeface, Times New Roman, Arial, Comic Sans, or the different type of answer forms. All right, So it's really cool. Again, you can do that as a PDF or as an exam, as a homework, or in class as live. All right. So let's go back, and like we mentioned before, if you want to use the audio of it, maybe you can add a YouTube quiz, upload the audio as a YouTube, or go back to your quiz as a quiz editor, and you can. I logged out, so I need to go back in as myself. All right. Again, you can add the question, and if you want, you can make sure read out aloud. You can put the question here, put the audio over here, so maybe you can record yourself or use speech recognition in order to do that, and then have questions based off of that. All right. So you have all these options are available to really create nice materials that's going to be motivating and as well as beneficial and within only a few minutes. All right. Last but not least, I want to talk about this is all based on the free version. So just imagine if you click on the premium version, what do you get? The price compared to Kahoot is really a lot cheaper, you know. You have this option Quizalize, which is only about 77 riyal a year, or the premium, which gives you up to 200 students per class, unlimited mastery dashboard, unlimited gradebook, and unlimited activities and reports for about 155 riyal. So I think that's a pretty good deal for what you're getting, you know, bang for a buck. Buck for the bank, sorry. So yes, I think it's a really good option. Okay, so that concludes my breakdown of. Actually, one more thing with Quizalize is I want to show you the reports. So if you go to my classes, so these are the activities that I did. The mastery and the gradebook, these are paid versions, but you do still have the option of analyzing the results of your students. So for example here, I did customs and traditions in Saudi Arabia, or I did adverbs of frequency with my students, so I can analyze the results. So with the link, I can see which questions student did in order, who got it correct, how many of them got it wrong, the difficulty, which questions seems to be more difficult for the students. You can look at the leaderboard for live progress, who needs help, what do they need help with. That's with the paid version, and the differentiation activity that's available, what improvements are going to be, and the results. So I'm going to actually upgrade the version, and then hopefully maybe I can do an update of the video tutorial on the dashboard to show you is it worth it, and how that it can help us with our teaching and the feedback that we can give to our students. Alright, so that concludes the presentation on Quizalize and how that it can make our life easier, because it's a gamification app, but also has built-in chat GPT, and it has multi-use with creating listening and audio and reading passages and vocabulary quizzes with different question formats. So I hope that this was beneficial, and thank you for watching this video tutorial. Assalamu alaikum.